So when we last left the adventurers, Matthias had almost he had accosted. Perfect.
There we go.
That is the perfect word. He had accosted a child, and
accidentally.
He had unsuccessfully interrogated a child whom he mistook for having a ten's place in his age.
He looked big. What?
No, 9-year-olds are not that big. The biggest a 9-year-old could get is slightly smaller than me. And I get mistook for a child. All right, I'm running away. 5 viewers.
So when we last left the adventurers, Matthias had accosted what he thought was a small minor who turned out to be a child, not doing any harm, but definitely scaring the child, and then talked his way out of it and maneuvered into the town trying to find some clothing to disguise himself, and utterly failed. You have successfully found 2 separate clotheslines full of wet clothes that are currently being hung up by different individuals. And it appears to be very flowery dresses.
Festive.
Yes. By my pretty little bonnet. Or whatever that line is.
Yeah.
Hang on, really quick, just to make sure I'm correct here. Is this me or
Hank?
Yes, Hank. God,
Hank's still in the.
Hank's still in jail.
Right. Hank's still in prison right now. Okay.
Yep.
Well, in that case, I know exactly what to do. I pull up my survival knife, chop them all down, and I chop them up randomly, and then I tie them around myself. Roll for that.
Like a macrame rug?
Yes.
Okay. And what are you doing about the people that are currently in the process of hanging them on the clotheslines?
What I do, I have the hunting knife out, so hang on. Here.
Let's see, it dries faster when you cut holes in it.
Exactly. That's true. I should stick to my strength, my charisma score. Hey, don't worry. Let me introduce you to the Cleaner 9000. It slices, it dices. In just 2 easy steps.
Oh
man.
Rewind.
I need to send you the I want to say it's the jack chop, but that's not right. It's
slap chop.
No, it is the jack chop. No. It's the one about the carving jack-o'-lanterns. Yeah.
Oh god. Okay.
It's horrible.
So since there are people there, and do I at least see the people with my terrible?
Yes. You but
okay. So I see the people, and I'm like, so what I do
before
is
you
thinking quickly.
Laundry.
I reach up to the cowboy hat that I totally have. Where'd it go? It's way over there.
Next to the shark.
I think it's on the shark, actually.
On the shark, got it.
I reach out and ma'ams, evening, morning, whatever the time is.
Jump the shark. Sorry.
Good to see you guys.
Is it greet or antagonize? Which button should I press?
I've been playing a lot of that. In fact, I just finished it this week, finally. So, and when I say finally, 11 solid days of streaming that game.
Nice.
Wow.
It's my longest premiere run to date. Anyways, but no, it's how I do legitimately. I'm like, howdy, evening, ma'am, other ma'am, third ma'am, fourth ma'am, Mamina, and Mamarella. It's nice to see all of you here. I was hoping you guys could directinate me towards the nearest clothier.
It's an ad noun.
Yep.
Let's see. What do we have that even comes close?
Well, I was thinking about it. Stop! No, I don't do that.
So violent.
Probably the best place to find anything would be the mining supplies.
Mining supplies. Well, I'm not opposed to some good hard work, but Not sure. I mean, do you think they have something that fit a feller like me?
Or the Market Square.
Market Square. Well, I mean, I might be able to do something that works.
I think that's going to be about... Yeah. Those are going to be your best options, so...
All righty. Oh, by the way, sorry, my name's Martin. Nice to meet you.
Son of a... All right.
Yeah. It's a new name for each town. It's very standard. I'm trying to keep them all M's. Jonathan was kind of a on the fly sort of a thing.
All right, give me a second. I need to add another name.
It's okay. You don't have to.
Martin.
I'm Martin here. I'm Matthias for real. I'm Jonathan to them. I'm Michael in the other town, and I'm Martin here.
Right.
What's your real name? I'm not even sure at this point.
Still just Hank. I'm going with that one.
No, Jeffrey.
Press X to dress.
Nice, brilliant. I mean, they do have like the dung shoveling mini game, so they could have like a dressing. So,
all right, yeah. So, if you are having that conversation, they are okay. Yeah. If you're looking for something more rugged, the mining supplies would probably be your best bet. If you're looking for something more civilized, you'd probably find it in the Market Square.
Oh, I don't mind getting my hands dirty, but wait, no, actually, no, yeah, I did dwarven in the last town, so I got to do something else here. So yeah, I don't mind getting my hands dirty at all. I'll go ahead and head down to the miner shack. Do you mind giving me some? And they could give me directions. You don't have to actually tell me, but I get directions.
Yeah. So basically, the question is, where did you encounter the people?
If I'm not mistaken, I came in from the east, just below the mines. Pretty sure that was my ingress. Like looking at the map here.
Over here?
Whoops, I'm looking at the wrong map. Hang on. I was looking at the stream map. Little one block north of that.
One block north. So about here?
Yeah.
Okay. So one thing I do want to mention, as you are approaching, you smell some very fantastic cooking meat.
Oh, is it to kill for?
It's all relative, but sure, why not?
I mean, I'm kind of hungry. I'm a little peckish.
But they are basically going to direct you directly. Yeah.
Supposed to.
Well, right. Or left. South. They're going to direct you southwest. There are 2 Banerjee mining supply offices, but your best bet is probably going to be the one at the very south end of the closest cross street, and they basically just direct you. Let me see if I can get a. There we go. They point in that direction.
No, Guido, I don't mean to bother you, but on my screen, what I see is an extremely tiny purple line.
That's what I see.
Yes.
Extremely tiny.
Some would say microscopic.
Like, I'm not even sure what it's pointing at. Hang on, let me zoom in a bunch.
So.
Well, it is okay. So it's either pointing north-northwest or south-southeast. It looks like.
Yeah.
So I need to go in one of those 2 directions.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Both of which lead out of town.
All right.
Oh, there we go. No, I see something. I see a line.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
It exists. Right. Roll20 is not complete crap. It's getting there.
And I use it so often. I'm just,
Well,
okay.
I legitimately do think Roll20 has issues, but I understand it's basically the best available.
Anyway, I mean, for
this kind of thing. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, you guys are, well, not you guys. You're up here. They point in the southwesterly direction and say it's at the end of the street.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you very, very much, ladies. And might I say that you were looking extra fine this morning, Miss Bragwin there? Because that's one of their names now.
Sure, why not?
Miss Bragwin, you were looking absolutely fantastic. I got to say that shade of what's like a really unflattering woman's clothing.
Mauve.
Built.
That shade of mauve just really accents your eyes. I'll be seeing you, ma'ams, and then I leave.
Give me a talk roll.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
I just want to see if
Yep. Here's where it all goes.
This is the end. I've just gotten into town.
wow. Oh, they are
Yeah.
Not bad.
Frickin' teen.
yeah, they are as you would say flattered.
They're flattered.
Yeah.
Are they following me with like
No, do it.
little hearts floating over there?
Oh god, what was that from? I want to say Fable.
Was it Fable? It was one of
Yeah.
those RPGs, yeah, where they
think
just
that
like,
sounds Yeah.
Fable, yeah.
Anyway, so yeah. So you make your way southwest. All right. As you're approaching the other cluster of buildings, just double check something here. So the larger building at the end of the street here, mark it. The stuttering groan of machinery sounds from within this scrap-built shack, and well pipe thrusts deep into the rusty red soil beside the pump house. A dusty solar panel powers whatever lies inside, and a weak stream of passably clear water pours perpetually from a spout into a runoff trough.
I kick over the trough, stab everyone here. Wait, hang on. I stopped daydreaming for a second. How badly does it smell?
So it depends on what you're trying to ask with that question. The clear water that's running into the trough, or
that's probably fine. I just mean like in the area because of
the area smells fairly pungent. It's very moist. Pretty much the entire area is mud flats.
Oh, wow.
So there's mud and muck. If it's not one of the quote unquote paved streets or a house, it is likely just wet ground.
Okay, so is someone visible outside, or do I have to go inside? I have to knock, basically.
For this building or the mining building that you're heading to?
The mining building. Sorry.
Okay, so that's a little further down.
I'm sorry, I thought I was already there.
No, as you pass by that building, you can see a large building at the end of the southern street down here. And that one, a crossed pick and shovel have been crudely painted above the doorway of this. Oh, it's a low residence. Behind a broad sweep of flat earth is furrowed with the marks of agriculture, a scanty crop of maize pushing its way up between the clods. Through the open doorway, a scrap metal shovel and coil of rope can be seen among other odds and ends. So, one-story building made of scrap and salvaged wood, but it is in fairly good condition.
Okay. So I'm gonna and approach the door. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, real quick. Anybody outside? I didn't hear a description of people
Outside, yes. There's a gentleman outside tending to the field right behind.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and head over towards that guy.
Okay.
And, kind of announce myself so I don't spook him. Like, pardon me, sir. Excuse me?
Yes. How can I help you today?
My name's Monogram. And, I'm kidding. Howdy there. My name's Martin. I'm from over at Silver Springs. I don't know if you've ever been around about there. It's a little north here. I was actually looking for a change of outfit in town. I got this as... And then I kind of sigh, and I'm like, well, I got to be completely honest with you. This was actually kind of forced on me as part of a... I lost a bet. Kind of like to get some real clothing, if you know what I mean.
He's going to look you up and down.
See, that's something for a fella like me. I don't mind something dirty, just something. And then I just kind of trail off on purpose, like.
I'm sure we could find some overalls or something in your size. Come on in.
Oh, but thank you so much, sir. Does he have like stabbable kidneys?
Who doesn't?
That's true. That's a good point. I retract my question. So I follow him in. Staying behind him, stabbing knife ready.
I'm suddenly picturing the Pip-Boy Vats,
Oh, yeah.
Target.
Yeah. All right, let's see. 96% on that. Oh, I get 97. Oh, yeah, let's go for that one. Miss! No, it's XCOM, sorry.
Yeah.
So I follow him in, and this is when I have to sink or swim, because I have nothing to trade. At all. So, i.e., in fact, if I'm not mistaken, I don't have my inventory right now, Guido. Am I right?
That's true.
Yeah, the jackass is still told it. So I basically have my clothing.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the authority skill. And I'm going to make a request from a non-hostile NPC with a charisma/lead check at difficulty of NPC's morale score. If I succeed, they will comply within reason. I want this on credit. That's my request. I feel that's reasonable, rather than him just giving it to me straight. I'm new in town. I'm good for it. I'm a hard worker. I look large and physically fit. So I think I can sell him on this, what might not even be a lie, because I actually... And that's actually another thing, by the way. I do intend to pay this guy back. It's just right now I don't know if I'm going to be able to. So that's the mentality walking into this.
What was the skill that you were saying it was?
Authority.
Is that a class thing?
I don't know. It's part of the, what's it called, like the backgrounds or whatever we pick. Because I got authority and diplomat, and for the authority, I get once per day. Blah 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 blah.
Oh, is it one of the foci?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have Tinker and Hacker, which are class specific for me.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's a focus. Okay. Uncanny kind of charisma about you, one that makes others instinctively follow your instructions and further your causes. At level 1, this is a knack of charm and personal magnetism, while level 2 might suggest latent telepathic influence or transhuman mimetic. Wow, it's split. The paragraph.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Mimetic hacking augmentations. Where this focus refers to followers, it means NPCs who have voluntarily chosen to be in your service. PCs never count as followers. Okay, so gain lead as a bonus skill. Once per day, you can make a request from an NPC, as you were saying. Not openly hostile. Rolling charisma leadership. Difficulty, the NPC's morale score.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't even have a morale score. So.
No, PCs don't.
Oh, okay. Well, I need to roll lead, so I might as well get that out of the way. Do I get any pluses or minuses, Guido?
Yeah, it's your charisma. It's charisma plus lead. So
I'll do.
Okay.
What's his morale? I want a line of credit, sir. I want to get some real work around here. I want to pay you back. And again, to be clear, my character is being honest. I do want to pay him back on this.
Okay. I would say probably the morale was a 6.
Okay.
So
he's like, my majesty, I am here to serve you. Yes, Mr. Ryan is my son. And I mean, take a little heart on a fella. I mean, look at this. I had to walk all the way. I'm probably dirty too, right? From all the crap.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And running around and yeah.
Here from Silver Springs and just I'm like you wouldn't believe. Which is funny because if I'm not mistaken, it's actually very comfortable.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing I'm lying about. Oh, that's sorry, 3 things I'm lying about. My name, where I'm from, and the itching.
Yeah. Well, you look like a trustworthy feller. Sure.
Hang on. I roll a mental save. I fail. No. I chuckle a little bit, like, yeah, I'm pretty trustworthy. but I recover if I may.
Oh yeah, no. I mean,
my brother might not agree with you, but you know.
Yeah, with that charisma roll, I'm not gonna make you. Yeah.
Okay. Screw myself. So I grab, I take the.
Yeah. Basically, it's gonna be coveralls. Lack of a better kind of description, flannel shirt. If you're looking for boots, they would have something. Given the area, it would probably be the equivalent of like the large rubber mud boots.
Oh, like galoshes?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. As an addendum, you can say no to this, but I'm going to ask him in character. Like, I'd also like to get a couple things help me work around the area, like a pick, like a little hunting knife, maybe some rope. Nothing fancy, just, a couple basics. Help me out.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, we can definitely get you set up, but I mean, I'm definitely going to need some payment soon.
Oh, I understand. In fact, it is my hope. I actually had an unfortunate run-in with did I get his name? The guy back in the pit. The father.
Oh, the father? Yeah. That was...
He called for him, if I'm not mistaken.
Steven Stupendous.
Mr. Stupendous. I already had a run-in with him. I'm kind of hoping that I'll be Stupendous. Oh, sorry. I said it wrong. I'm pronouncing it wrong. I had a run-in with him. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get a line on some work real quick alike. I just need to find a couple of my friends who are also supposed to meet me here, and then I'll get right on it. So, and again, this is legitimate. I do want to pay this guy back.
Right, and
I get my stuff back. I'm just going to give him a stim pack and be like, here.
Yeah, I mean, A, you are being honest. B, with that charisma roll, he is amiable towards you.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So
I mean, as long as you're not pushing your luck, then...
No, I'm pretty sure I said everything I want. I want boots, overalls, hunting knife, rope, pick.
Yeah.
I can lose the pick if I have to.
He would be much more inclined to loan you a pick than a rope, but if you do need both, he would supply both.
I think I'll go ahead and lose the rope then. I'll lose the rope.
Okay.
Pick, and that's it. So that's my current inventory. I just jotted it down.
Okay.
Thank you very, very much. I shake his hand, warmly.
Yep.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you helping out a fella like me. I'm going to go get right on this immediately. I got a couple of meetings. I got to meet with Sheriff Guy. I forget his name. The player, forget his name. In character, this was like 10 minutes ago, so I should know his damn name. But for me, it's been 2 weeks, so give me a break.
Right, yeah.
I want to go meet with Sheriff Guy, and I need to go check out some lodging in the area. What was your name again, fella?
My name's Henry.
Henry. Like I said, my name's Martin.
Well met, sir. Well met. Well met.
Nobody?
You got to meet with the sheriff, though?
Well, I want to introduce myself. I'm someone new in town. Isn't that normal policy around here? Do you guys not have a normal policy for new folk, green bloods like me?
Well, I mean, if you're not looking for trouble or looking for, I guess work for finding trouble, don't really need to go see the sheriff.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, I get all sorts around here, I guess. And I'm just going to play this off like that's just kind of a pseudo weird thing for me. Like, sure, whatever. Pounds in the rim, am I right?
But yeah, I mean, if you already got some work lined up, then have at it. We'll see you soon, I hope.
Well, thank you again, sir. And I give him a little salute and I walk out amiably.
Okay.
You want to do a meanwhile now?
So, Hank,
Mm-hmm.
You've been in the jail, as it were.
Yes.
I remember you had a couple of quick little conversations, and you were basically told I really wouldn't leave. You know, it not a good idea.
Yeah, that it's essentially this is a debtor's prison or a prison for people who are paying off either a monetary or sort of grievance debt to the town.
Yep, exactly. Are you doing anything in your time that you're waiting?
Not really.
Okay.
So the door is not locked.
Correct. People are coming and going.
People are coming in and going. Okay. So.
And they all look miserable.
Okay. So I'm going to walk out the door. But as long as there's not like heavy foot traffic, I'm just going to sit down on the steps.
Okay.
Outside.
Okay.
And while I'm outside, I'm just going to look around. This is the same building that's in the northeast corner of the town? That's facing out towards the craters off to the upper right?
Essentially, yeah. It's the very northern on that northeast.
Right. So while I'm out there, I'm basically just going to be looking around and seeing what, like, is there a possibility of making for a tree line? Is there cover if I were to entertain the idea of escaping?
Okay.
What's the odds of me making it to any sort of like cover for hiding and or getting away?
So the town is basically in the middle of what appears to be mudflats. There are large bunches of cattails, the plants and whatnot, and there are areas that are pockmarked with mines. The immediate vicinity around the town is fairly trampled down.
Okay.
So there's no immediate cover until looking at the map, you've got a distance between the buildings and that set of mines to the northeast.
Mm-hmm.
So anything within that area between, basically encircling the entire town, is flat ground. It's just open
ground.
Open, muddy ground, yeah. To the south, there's some farmland between the town and the river. But other than that, it's not like the other town where there was forest nearby.
Right.
So.
Okay. So I want to do a notice roll.
Okay.
So notice anything of interest as I'm doing kind of just a general tactical scan of the area.
Okay. Do you have tactics? Because I think that is a skill itself. Not that you need it. It would just give you a bonus. But
I swear that was a thing I used to have, but I think that stopped existing in the new system.
It did.
I think if I did, it would have been specifically a foci, which I don't have.
It might be no.
I was going to say that was like the closest like secondary comparison.
Yeah.
Academic or scientific.
There's not really any tactical, strategic. I mean, there's lead that could qualify. Yeah. Although that's charisma, not int. So.
Survive.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do a survive roll?
Yeah. If you have survive, go ahead and okay.
Well, that's weird.
I kind of need a number there. Roll 20.
Yeah. So do I.
Apparently you fail.
Roll survive. Hank vanishes from reality.
Yeah.
I just sidestepped. Overnight. I figured it out.
He creates.
Become one with the universe. Congratulations, Hank. You win the game.
Wow.
You create a wormhole and
hang on really quick before we move forward. I just like the idea that I'm over there shopping, right? And I look like, okay, I feel a bit better, and I'm tucking away like the uniform into the pockets, and then just this whole wormhole appears like a few blocks over. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yep, all part of the master plan.
I'm picturing like the Stargate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was thinking Fire Escape, but yeah, Stargate works.
Oh. Okay. So you rolled a 7. Okay. And so you're looking tactically for like escape routes. Okay.
Also, depending on like how big the city is, what are the odds of me escaping, changing clothes, and trying to blend in?
Well,
and I'm not saying like blend in, like go roll in the mud, like Predator kind of blend in, but just kind of a.
It's. Let me check one other thing here, just for reference. So, population-wise, it's about the same as the other town that you were at before. Okay. That said, it's a fairly small. I mean, it's. Would it be considered a hamlet? What's the population for a hamlet?
I don't know, but that was the word that kept coming to mind.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is above a thorp, for example.
Yeah, I mean, so the population is 600 adults, 100 older people, and 1,000 children. So basically 1,700 people total. But, I mean, there's no way that any one person would know everyone, but it is very likely that most people would recognize most of the adults to some extent.
Right.
That said, if you were to find clothes and try and blend in, it would be very likely that you could probably do that.
Okay.
Real quick,
yeah.
I actually found a list. A hamlet is 100 and under.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? Village
okay.
is 100 to 1,000. Town is 1,000 to 20,000, and you don't need to know past
okay.
that.
So it would be considered a village. Okay. Yeah. So what's a thorp? Since you had that list,
Thorp is below 100.
Okay.
Thorp is. Yeah. Down as it goes.
Thorp is what a hermit lives in. Right.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Well, dice are always evil, Bragwin, so, you know, that works in my favor.
What's the current weather like?
Ooh, good question. So it's afternoon. And it has been a relatively sunny day. Actually, most of the days leading up to your arrival here have been fairly sunny. Okay. It has probably 60, 70 degree weather, but not raining.
Okay. Because I was thinking about, since we're wearing jumpsuits, just as a kind of a pseudo idea, to like zip the jumpsuit down to take off the shirt part of it, to then wrap it around myself to kind of minimize the fact that I'm wearing a jumpsuit. Maybe just the pants look a little off.
Okay.
And then just undershirt underneath to maybe do a slightly better job of blending in, even if I can't immediately change my clothes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to provide it
kind
will
of like
give
a minor perception adjustment.
Yeah. So it would give probably, I'll say, a +1 to your camouflage per se.
Okay.
And it would also give a -1 to your armor.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm assuming you're going to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And how much time has passed since they've left?
About, I'm going to say about 30 minutes.
Okay. And no posted guards outside?
Actually, go ahead and give me a perception roll at this point.
Okay. I was going to say, does anybody react to me just stepping on out?
No one has reacted to you on the on the front step.
Okay.
Is your wisdom modifier different from your intelligence?
By 1. Should that be a wisdom roll?
Perception is always wisdom.
Oh, okay. Then that would be 5.
Okay. So you haven't seen anything that indicates anyone's watching the area.
Okay. So yeah, I'm not going to stray from the building and just kind of stay next to the door, but out of the way of traffic, and just kind of look around, kind of taking the town.
Okay.
Is there a lot of people coming in and out?
Of the jail?
Yeah.
Basically what it appears to be is like a change of shift.
Okay.
Lunchtime, people leave, other people come in. A couple hours later, well, not a couple hours, but because it's only been half an hour. So it looks like it was a change of shift. Some people have headed out to the mines while other people were coming back from the mines. Like I said, like the lunch thing. Mm-hmm. So
okay. And is there a sizable enough group heading out that I could blend in with?
Not as a group.
Okay.
It's mostly just ones and twos, like someone talking to a friend as they head out, but then they split up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the guards to return and see where this takes me.
All right. I have to say, on a personal level, I'm glad you do.
Okay.
That's a bad sign. Don't do it. Change your mind. Undo.
No, because I'm just running the numbers like I can just bolt into the town, try and,
make a ruckus. I'll notice.
Assassin's Creed my way through the town.
I'll notice
If I
you.
murder everyone,
Kill
there's
them all. We'll kill them all. It's okay. Denise.
I just stab them one at a time until I run out.
So, after about 45 minutes, the guy that had been, I'll say, friendly towards you, walks up, and there are a couple of the other people that were in the hunting party with him behind him.
Okay.
Walks up, sees you outside, gives you kind of a strange look, but all he says is, "The boss is ready for you."
Okay. Let's go.
All right. So they take you down. I think it's basically straight south to a fairly large building unto itself. The low brick house is much the same as the others that neighbor it. Only a painted plaque depicting the scales of justice serve to indicate that it's the home of the settlement's boss. In the dusty yard behind the ochre bricks of the house, a young boy with lizard-scaled arms swings back and forth on a rope sling.
Okay.
And they open the door and direct you in.
Okay, I walk in.
Inside, you see a sight that surprises you. Laid out before you is a feast.
Okay.
For lack of a better way of describing it, do you remember the banquet from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom?
I am not eating monkey brains.
Okay, no.
Kalima indeed.
But you remember the table, right?
Yes.
With like the different dishes, and it's just immaculate.
Yeah.
That's what you see before you.
Okay.
Just this table that has been laid out just beautifully. And there's different dishes on the table that have definitely been the people that prepared them took care in that preparation. It's not just slapped together.
Right.
And on the far end of the table, a giant of a man stands up, 2 meters tall.
Okay.
Covered in scales. Think Killer Croc from Batman.
Yeah, this will go real well. Okay.
Ah, my friend! You've come at last. Come, sit, have a seat. Join me.
Okay. I go to where he motions, but keeping an eye on him the entire time. Sorry, large crocodile man's a little new for me.
I'm sorry we weren't more prepared, but you've done our city a great boon. It's the least I could do to feed you.
Great boon?
Well, bringing us the filters.
Oh, from our bags.
So please, help yourself.
So I sit down, but I don't immediately take anything. And so if I'm understanding correctly, I've been tied up and brought to your town rather than just handing over the filters, but I've done you a great boon and you want to feed me.
So I understand your confusion. My assistants were not aware of what you were carrying. But I've been told. How would he word that?
What would be the slimiest way to say it?
I've been told you want to make a donation.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
To the city.
Yeah.
Close. So they're sorry for the way they've treated you, and there will be amends. There we go.
Okay. Would I be able to retrieve my items, obviously minus the filters that you so graciously need, along with my friend's items as well? Basically, can we get our packs back?
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to remember what else you had in your packs.
Everything.
Yeah, I know.
Stim packs, optical board.
Yeah.
Knives. At least one ham sandwich.
So, for the most part, your equipment will be returned, though some of the items that you had will be confiscated.
May I ask why?
What's the term? It's not tithings.
Okay,
no.
So
is that it? Basically, he's taking a tax to himself.
Yeah, it's a collection.
Yeah,
it's a collection racket.
But yeah, I can't remember what that term is. I want to say tithing, which I think is right.
It's either that or a toll.
Yeah. But basically, he's saying that it's
tribute is probably closer.
Ooh, yeah. There we go. Yeah. Tribute for our generosity.
I will speak no ill of you, sir. The real life you, the player. You attack this.
I'm running the numbers on how I can attack a crocodile douchebag.
Well, no, I mean I would like to think I'm close enough. I could hear the commotion. I could come and help you. Two of us versus 1,000. I think we got this.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Where was Matthias headed after getting his equipment?
Straight to where he was told the sheriff's place was. That's my next destination. Now I don't know if that's actually where the prison is, but where I was given directions to, that's where I'm headed.
Okay. So
I will Assassin's Creed this if I have to. Or GTA 5 this, however you want to think, like switch perspective.
There's just one medium-sized shrubbery, and everybody will eventually fit into that shrubbery.
Exactly.
We're gonna make this happen.
Ooh, no, that works. That works. Okay. Okay.
The GM's like, now I could kill all of them. It's gonna be great.
Yes, they'll never know.
So, you ask where the sheriff's office is.
Mm-hmm.
Henry will tell you, well, I guess that means you're looking for the boss man's place.
Yeah.
So if you go across the field to the north, just up the street, across the field.
Okay.
I can't tell you to walk, through the backyards of the people.
Well, I'm going to respect people's privacy. Come on, man.
Once you get across to that other street, you can see the large house that's 2 blocks up.
Oh, okay.
And I'll go ahead and point it out on the map here. This is where he's directing you.
So I really am actually pretty close to that.
So
I should be basically, if I had line of sight on it, I'd be in visible range right now.
I think it's only it's still only a single level building. So seeing it through from
no, that's my point. If like all these other buildings didn't exist,
right? Yeah, because this is where Henry's place is, all the way at the south.
I didn't. Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
So yeah, he's telling you go up the street and then across the field, and then it's 2 blocks up.
Let's see, how do I justify going quicker in character?
As the crow flies.
Well, now, why I said that's perfect is if you're making a beeline, across that field to that first east-west street, then you will I really want you to roll a notice roll, a perception.
Okay.
But if you fail it, I'm going to be annoyed. But go ahead and roll it for me anyway.
Don't fail. My wisdom is -1.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, no, it isn't. My wisdom is 0, but my notice is -1. Sorry. Okay, here we go.
Of course.
God damn it. Why? What's funny, if I might diverge for a second, I don't think I've succeeded at a notice roll ever.
You're pulling a Guido.
I am the new Guido. I cannot see anything to save my life. I could fight well, and I could talk my way through basically anything, including nearly killing a kid by accident. But I can't see anything. That's why the kid situation happened. It's like, you look like a person.
Yep.
Oh, you are a midget person. Whoops. Okay.
Actually, that kind of works.
That's even worse.
So, unless you tell me differently, I'm assuming you are making your way across that field between those two. Okay.
Yes.
How
many times do I step on the rake and it flies up and smashes me in the face?
Again.
How many times is it the same rake?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so on the one hand, I'm picturing Evil Dead.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, I'm picturing Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh, yeah, that works too.
Yeah.
Don't have any ideas. Okay. So you're making your way across the field, and you smell a different food from what you were smelling before. But before you were smelling the cooking of the near as you can tell, probably a restaurant type location. This has definitely more of a home cooked smell.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm not going to be able to give you anything with your 4.
I can't imagine why. I'm lucky
Yeah.
I don't run into the same rake 5 times. I only hit a 4. I eat my crow.
What's your plan? So you get to that first. Well,
ironically, my plan is to gather intelligence by scouting and rolling notice.
Okay. Are you actually making your way over to the sheriff's office, or okay? Are you crossing over between the inside the blocks, or are you going to stick to the streets? What's your plan?
Well, my sneak is a -1. I'm the worst character, guys. I really am. But my talk is a +2. So I think I will go ahead and endure the streets for now.
Okay.
I'll sneak, kill everyone later.
Which way are you going? Left or right?
So I'm sitting there looking left and looking right. I lean down. I pick up a very smooth rock that I find on the ground. And the rock says to go left.
Okay.
So I step as I'm walking left, I see this little red dot on the ground. I'm really confused. And I hear this woman's voice, "Nuclear launch detected." I immediately go right.
But seriously, which way are you going? I'm assuming left. Okay. 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 I just had to confirm. I just had to confirm.
I flipped.
Yeah. So okay. So you make your way to the left. Other than some individuals that basically give you the once over, looking at you.
I'm in my overalls now, right?
Exactly. So you don't appear out of place at all.
I give a few friendly waves every now and again.
Other than that, nothing seems out of place. And thank you.
And do I hear anyone saying the words ham sandwich at any point in time?
Not with that perception roll.
I know, but the funny thing is, in character, I am legitimately listening for anything that sounds like either of them, including the code phrase ham sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Amusingly, Hank did say ham sandwich. It's what.
Always.
But I didn't hear it.
Nope. Had you gone right, you. So you make your way around, and come up to the what the town calls the boss man's place.
Okay.
So this
wailing, screaming coming from it, the tortures of the damned.
The sound of raucous laughter and casual cursing echoes from within this mud brick building. A glance through the open windows shows a few double bunks against one wall and a table commonly occupied by rough-looking men throwing down cards. Inside, you see several of the people from the hunting party that had captured the three of you previously.
Okay. Now, I pull out my minigun, and I just kind of hold down the trigger and just kind of slowly strafe left across the building.
I'll
take one of those save states.
I've only got 2 left now. I've actually got it right here. I'm using my floss things. So. I've now used 1. Although, just out of wild curiosity, because I'm not 100% sure where Hank is in character,
right.
Would that have killed him?
No.
Oh, damn. I mean, good. No, the damn is he's
Do
not.
it all.
That's the sucky part. All right. So I'm going to look at that situation. I'm going to say, I want to murder all of them, but I don't think I can here. So I'm going to keep going. Go around to the back, basically.
The backside of that building?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm keeping an ear out with my roll of 4.
Right.
If anyone asks, I'll be like, I'm just looking for a friend of mine, which is 100% true.
So
They didn't meet me around here.
excuse me. As you start making your way around the building, you see you see a group of 3 fairly large, definitely rough-looking gentlemen make their way into the building. Inside, you can hear people greeting them, Norm, that kind of thing.
Of course.
And then as you hear equipment being set down and whatnot, another group of 3 exit the building.
Okay, I get you. I assume the new 3 are also burly men.
Yeah.
So I do have lead, or tactical, or whatever.
Okay.
How much of an unfair fight does this look like to me? I'll roll for it if I have to. 7. I rolled one of those was a 1. Jesus Christ! I always roll 1s.
So you can see just in passing that these guys, they're wearing fairly heavy clothes. Think like Fallout Raiders.
Okay.
Also, you can tell that they have the equivalent of a nightstick.
Oh God. Okay.
And what looks like a pistol.
And they probably don't look drunk.
They are not staggering, no.
No. Still no sign of any kind of... I don't even know what to phrase what I'm looking for at this point. Of a place where Hank would be. Like, okay, so I'm looking for either a prison, first thought, or like a palace are the 2 things I'm kind of looking for. And I know obviously not literally a palace, but you know what I mean. The head guy's private domicile or the prison.
Right. So you have not seen anything that indicates the head guy's place.
Okay.
I will give you this. As you're watching the people who are leaving the sheriff's office, there's a building to the northeast that has several people that are coming and going. And
my GM senses are going off. I head towards that building. I investigate the building. I roll investigation. I roll notice. Hang on. Better than a 4. Okay, that's a little better.
A 7? Yeah. Okay.
So this is me specifically focusing my attention on the in and out building.
Right. So the people that are going in and out look...
You have really good fries? Sorry.
Yeah. The burgers are terrible.
They are, but the fries...
The people that are going in and out look just absolutely miserable. They are dirtier than most of the other people that you've seen.
Okay.
And they just look sullen and just sad.
Is there any chance I could convince you to let me roll no, like at an advantage? Because I have been a criminal professionally in my life, and I would know the attitude and opinions of people who are in debt or have just been visited by someone or just got out of jail. You're right. You get where I'm going with this?
I see, yeah. It's not going to be easy, but yeah, I'd let you do that. You're going to need at least an 8.
So here's my first. Here's my second. So I don't get it. I don't get it. That's okay. What did I roll on the 7? Oh, not bad. One of those was a 6, and the other one was a 2.
Ooh.
Oh well. Okay. So my interest is still piqued. I don't know anything about going into that. I'm just like, well, that's suspicious. So
yeah, I mean the people that are leaving and going in, unlike most, I'll say, family units, there's no physical similarities that you can see between the people.
Okay.
Like, you know, someone who's obviously Oriental and someone who's obviously African.
Okay, I've got it. Can I flag one down to talk to him?
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Yes, I need to roll charisma at you. Stand there for a second. Okay. So,
wow.
I've raised my talk for a reason, damn it.
Charisma shine.
I'm the bard. What do you want from me? So I'm like, excuse me, sir. Howdy. My name's Martin. I'm new in town. Martin McConaughey. Oh wait, that's not the last name. Martin Scorsese. There we go. That's the name. Martin Scorsese. I'm new in town. It looks like you guys are getting on a work detail. Thought maybe you could help me out with this. Whoa, I don't see anything. There we go. Never mind. It's back. We're good. Is there any chance you could give me information, son? I rolled a 10.
Right. No. I just rolled up an NPC, so.
Oh, okay.
So you have approached a young man.
He's not 9, is he?
No.
Okay, good.
His.
Hang on, there's the other one. I got one.
He looks to be Hispanic.
Okay.
So say again what you were asking, though.
Well, a lot of things, really. I kept going until I got a response. So I suppose the first thing would be, howdy, just friendly greeting. I'm new in town. My name's Martin Scorsese. I'm from over at Silver Springs. I just got around. As you can see, I'm still trying to find some work in the area. It looks like you guys just got off a work detail. And then I kind of let that little dangle there for a second.
Oh, okay, so you're approaching one of the guys that's coming back.
One of the guys who is leaving the building.
Leaving the building. Okay. So he is heading out to a work detail. Not coming back, or
that is accurate, but that's not what I'm saying.
So
the guy looks all dejected and sad and horrible, right?
Right, yeah.
Like he just got off a day at work. And now, granted, again, my character rolled a 7, so he's an idiot, but the point being, I'm kind of approaching this from the perspective of, it looks like you just got off work, because, at the end of the workday, you're just bleh, right?
Okay. No, I'm going to work.
You're heading out to work? Jesus Christ, fella, you need some coffee in you is what you need. Who are you working for?
Going out to the mine.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, maybe I didn't make myself clear, huh? I rolled a 10, so I ripped the information from his brain. No, what I mean, son, is as I feel like I already informed you, I'm kind of new in town. I'm kind of looking for some work myself, and all you said was the mine. Now, unless you're trying to insinuate that the mine is actually paying you in order to go there, I'm not sure you quite answered my question, son.
So, how
by
would
the
he
way,
word that?
Can I assume that my character is smart enough to infer that someone this dejected going to work is like a slave, basically?
I mean,
Indentured servitude.
yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean. It is kind of a similar group.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Beings. Ooh. The history of being involved with the Yakuza, I could see you having experience with dealing with people that are in that same indentured servitude situation.
That's kind of what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I imagine slavery per se isn't really common in the world we came from.
Right.
Preface.
Yeah. So his response is somewhat guarded. I mean,
Of course, let me roll another charisma.
No. You don't need to roll again. It's just
I'll do it.
Let me just really smooth my way in there. After a nice night of lovely wine and roses.
where are you gonna find roses?
Look,
Good point.
I'm not asking about the wine. I'm asking about the roses.
I've never heard of roses before, so I just pull up a couple of weeds and I say, "This is a lovely rose for you."
Oh well, thank you.
You're to me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he will explain that he's in the process of working to repay the debt that he incurred.
For shame.
Basically, he took. He was able to pay for some of the equipment that he got from Banerjee Mining Supplies, but he got the rest on credit. And yeah, and so when the mine shafts that he was working were not productive, and he was unable to repay the remainder of his credit, everything that he is working for, anything that he collects at this point, is being used to pay back for the credit that he is indebted for. Basically, he has, I'll say, free room and board, being in the jail.
Too.
Right. Yeah. So, but he has no, free time. He has no free money. Everything that he's making is going to, pay for his stay in the jail and pay back the mining supplies.
As a point of curiosity, this is mostly an out of character question, but if you want to tell me in character, that's great. Is he just paying off interest?
Well, it kind of depends on how well he does in the mines. Okay. Some days there's no. Okay. I mean, the people that are in the same situation, and there are several.
Yeah.
I mean, for reference, the village is built on top of another city that was covered when the cataclysm hit.
Okay.
So basically they are mining down into the other town.
I get you, yeah. Okay. I also want to slip in something as he's telling me this story, and I was like, man, I'm so sorry, son. That's a horrible thing to have to go through. I hope you get some good minds today to be able to pull yourself out of this. I was looking for a friend of mine who's supposed to meet me around here. I describe Hank here because I don't actually know what he looks like. You've seen this guy.
Yeah, give me just a sec here.
Please tell me you saw Hank.
I hate using the Bob, NPC. Adam.
Yeah, Adam, sir. There's a gentleman I've been looking for here. I don't know which name he used, so I'm just going to describe him and not use his name.
Adam came to get him and took him to go see Big Ben.
Big Ben? Where the heck is he?
South.
South? I'm sorry. I don't do that. I don't do that character.
Yeah, he's basically just pointing directly south from the jail building down the street.
So, like, does my quest objective update and the marker goes over there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much, sir. I give him a nice firm handshake.
He is, at this point, very concerned about now being late.
Oh, yeah. I actually, I'm so sorry, sir. I want to do something. I hope my GM's going to let me do this. I rolled a 9 on my lead.
4?
I want to give him a morale boost for the beginning of his shift.
Huh.
I want to encourage him through my authoritative vocal skills to make it so that he feels better about himself at the beginning of the shift. Might help him to get a little bit more work done, or better work done today.
I like it. Sure.
Okay, so I rolled a 9.
Yeah.
I already did it.
Yeah.
So today you got this, and I'd say something far more eloquent than that.
Right. You can see he has more of a gleam in his eye than when he walked out of the building. He's still, you can tell he's still miserable, but there's a hope.
Awesome. Really quick, what was his name?
The guy that you were just talking to?
Yeah, the Mexican gentleman.
Mateus.
Really?
Mettius. Ortov. Ortov.
Got it. Just jotting some notes down. All right. So, thank him kindly. Wave him off. Hopefully encouraged. I look south, and hell is coming with me. If you want to switch scenes now, go for it. It's up to you.
Not just yet.
I know exactly what I'm doing.
So not just yet. I'm gonna let you make your way down to, well. So the building that you're making your way to is this kind of double building at the end of the street.
Okay.
As I described to Hank, the low brick house is much the same as the others that neighbor it. Only a painted plaque depicting the scales of justice serve to indicate that it's the home of the settlement's boss. In the dusty yard behind the ochre bricks of the house, a young boy with lizard-scaled arms swings back and forth on a rope sling.
Wait, I'm sorry. He was hung?
No, swinging. You know, it's child swinging.
So I was like, wait a minute.
Candy Christ.
This just got dark.
All right, then. Damn, I thought you didn't want me to kill kids. So.
Out front, you can see Adam, the guy that had been friendly towards you.
Gotta heal him first.
And 2 other gentlemen from the hunting party that you also recognize.
How possible would it be to go around the building without looking super suspicious to the guys in front of it?
Well,
is this Metal Gear Solid? Are they this, or like is it possible for me to just kind of blend my way through?
Yes. Well, you do have the disguise.
I do. I got a lot of dirt and mud. I'm sorry. I did do that, right?
I don't remember you saying that you were going to cover yourself in dirt and mud, but
I was supposed to do that before I even entered the town, and I just realized I don't think I did. So,
well, that would explain part of your failure. You know, you're rolling a 2.
That would because I screwed up. I didn't. So, right there, I just immediately caked my face in mud. No. I do a pratfall. I fake a pratfall, and as I get up, there we go. Mud.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to roll a notice check for the guards. If you are if you're trying to be inconspicuous, it'll be fine. If you're trying to actually stealth around, then I would need a stealth roll. But if you're just trying to blend and be inconspicuous, going behind, if you're trying to walk right in front of them, then
it's no.
Right.
It's just, that's exactly what I want to do. Now, what you want to do, if you want to push this on me, is like I could conspicuous and then sneak at like the last second, and maybe that's like less severe of a penalty for the final sneak there instead of sneaking from here to there.
Well, I'm assuming you're coming from the north,
mm-hmm.
and then taking a left and going around the back of the building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like if I don't need to sneak at all, that's fine. I'm just I'm not even going to start running when I get there. This is going to be full casual walk the whole way.
At this point,
I roll talk.
at this point, you don't believe anyone has noticed you.
Perfect. So that either means I'm fine or I'm about to be screwed by the GM helicopter. Did you see that, Guido?
No.
GM helicopter. So really quick, forgive me. So I'm playing Telltale Batman, right?
Oh, okay.
Very minor spoilers. And there's a scene, and Telltale Batman is good, except for the fact that it's incredibly railroady.
Okay.
So I like to think of it as the GM just getting impatient with the player, like, no, this happens and you die. And in one of the scenes, I'm out in the middle of an open, empty street in the city, quiet. That's important. And I'm watching this thing, and I'm like, I wonder what happens if I just keep watching. And then out of nowhere, I just suddenly take like 5 machine gun bolts to the chest and fall over. And the camera pans up, and then there's suddenly a helicopter there. You're dead. Reload.
The silent helicopter?
The GM helicopter is just, no, you're not supposed to do that. It was
wow.
the funniest damn thing. It's like, wow, Telltale, Jesus.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So please do not GM helicopter me.
Nope.
No, so yeah, I'm getting around there. So my ears are super perked. If you want me to do another notice roll, this is the time for it. I'm actively like, most of my attention is focused on my ears. Like the rest of me, I'm just walking. I'm barely paying attention to where I'm going. I'm just listening.
So go ahead and give me a notice roll.
7.
Okay. So where are you going to come into having heard what part of the conversation?
I don't know. A ham sandwich.
Perfect.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's popping off now.
So what you're gonna hear is the
You should watch that clip later.
Okay. You're gonna hear a fairly deep voice basically saying something to the effect of, you'll get your stuff back with the exception of what we take as tithings.
Ooh. And I would be very familiar with that kind of concept, wouldn't I?
You would, yes.
Yeah. So that just perks me right. I'm like, I probably stutter for a second in my walk. So if anybody's paying attention to me right now, they probably notice me go.
There's a small child with scales on a swing that sees you.
I wave. That was fun. All right. So, Guido, I'm going to ask the question because I, the player, don't know. What are my ways of ingress to this building other than the front door? How possible is it for me to Hulk smash my way into the situation or Assassin's Creed stealth my way in? Because I don't really understand how these buildings are constructed in terms of the literal.
So the construction is basically scrap metal, scrap wood, and homemade bricks.
So no windows, no chimney, no air vents.
There would be windows.
Scrap scrap glass.
It would either have scrap glass or no glass.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's a good point. They might just have holes.
Yeah.
That's probably why I heard them.
There would definitely be chimneys, but it would be more the small, like 9-inch pipe, you know?
Yeah, I get you. I think I have my strategy, if you're okay.
Go for it.
Ham sandwich.
Do I hear that?
As
I
much
say it in the direction of the house, just to be clear. In like the direction of the open window where I heard that conversation coming from. Actually, I'm sorry, if I may rewind just a second, I want to be like right under that hole, that open porthole.
Okay, so let's back up just a little bit here. So there's going to be a couple of windows on the south side next to the road.
Okay.
And the back of the building is where the child is on a swing. And you can see a kitchen behind him.
Okay. All right.
Basically open door, and you can see, like, through the door there's obviously a stove of some kind.
Yeah.
If you're making your way to the south side, then
well, where's the specific direction? Like, I actually hear the mafia dawn through one of these open portholes or through the open door?
His voice carries quite well. Since you're making your way around the building and you made a point of listening, you can basically hear his voice coming through the kitchen.
Okay. So he's not actually there, behind that wall. I hate to delay, but I need to get closer to where he actually is for me to have any kind of chance. So I'm just going to kind of keep going and listening and try to, like, basically sonar my way to be as close to him as I can get while still being outside the building.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Oh, Jesus.
Just to see how well you are not blending in.
Yeah, I'm not my highlight.
Okay. Okay. So you're making your way around to basically the south side, trying to not look conspicuous as you're walking along the building. Meanwhile, let's go back to Hank.
Jesus.
So, you've been invited to partake in the banquet. There's no monkey brains. It's not a snake full of snakes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because you weren't actually at the on screen when I was describing it. Do you remember the banquet scene from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom? So imagine that kind of layout on a banquet table is what Hank has just walked into. This is what has, well, again, I mean, it's not that kind of food, but it's that kind of layout. So that way you have the visual. Anyway, Hank. So he's invited you to partake. He's told you that thank you for the filters. We'll put them to good use, and thank you for the tithings. We will be making use of those. But while you're here, join us for the feast, and we welcome you with open arms.
So after the tithing's been paid and the filters presumably put to good use, I'm free to go with my gear and my friend's gear.
Unless you want to stay in the city, we are not going to hold you prisoner.
Okay. You can understand my confusion after the reverse has been true for days upon days. I understand that your men were under different orders at the time. If I might ask, what was the original plan for me and my friends?
I told the men to find whatever caused the explosion on the mountain. And if it was possible, to bring them to... Bring them, that wouldn't work.
Invest avoid them, right?
Well, yeah.
Them as a third person.
So investigate the explosion and
bring those responsible.
If there were individuals that were present or responsible, bring them to me for
banquets, clearly.
Yeah, no, well, obviously that something has occurred, and I'm the kind of person that wants to get more information and make sure that it's not going to be something that threatens the town. You, sir, are not the kind of person that's going to threaten the town. At least not from what has been reported and what we have found in your gear.
Okay.
So from that, you may have more information on what occurred, but it was not... It's not something that you are going to threaten the town with. So, while I regret that you were treated the way you were, I would like to know more about your experience up on the mountain and doing that over dinner seems like a good idea.
I'd be more than happy to share the tale with you. I'd be more than willing to even supply all the details surrounding the reasons why we were on that mountain.
Excellent, excellent.
My memory, though, from the blast has been a little bit addled, and you're going to have to bear with me. I'm going to do the best I can, but, you know, I might remember a few more key details. Perhaps if the tithe wasn't so generous, if you will.
Suddenly you hear a voice in the distance, let me do the talking.
No. This will go real well.
Oh, dear. Well, I mean, if you were looking to... how would he word that? If you were looking to sign on and join. I guess you would just say join the boss men. Then we might be able to accommodate your request and allow you to hold on to some of the equipment that we would have been confiscating.
What would we be doing?
General general enforcement and law keeping.
And we wouldn't be incurring any sort of debt per se. I mean, don't get me wrong, this clearly is a fine spread, but I wouldn't have anything to pay for that, for this particular service and banquet that we'll be experiencing here. And unfortunately, I don't have much to pay, and I wouldn't want to be indebted. I'm kind of
you're referring to the banquet that's in front of you, right?
Yes. And I'm like, okay. I will not be indebted to you at any point in time. In fact, as it stands right now, you're indebted to me for me bringing this to you that you're confiscating from me. So I'm already in the green per se. So I'm willing to walk right now if he's going to even have any hint of me owing him anything.
Okay.
Like a story or any sort of monetary compensation.
So he will gesture at the table. This? No, there's no fee for this. This is my gift to you.
And I eye the spread and kind of like, it's just full scale opulent banquet.
Oh yeah, opulent, yeah. Perfect word for it too.
Okay.
Yeah, just to give you a taste of what kind of things they have. I mean, obviously there's some snake meat. That's a given. There's also what looks like some kind of bird. And there's some... a hog's head with like the back part that's been cut up, but the head is still there with like the apple in it, and
okay. The classic setup.
Classic setup, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, I'll give you this. It seems out of place.
Just a bit.
in case you hadn't, thought of that, it seems out of place.
Yeah. Well, plus the fact I'm running the numbers in my head, like, what's the over/under in some of this being poisoned?
Okay. So he is as he is going about this, I'll say, speech to you. He is serving himself a plate.
Okay.
Taking from the same... I mean, there's no separate places, or there's no separate portions on the plates.
Right. Okay.
So
it's all coming from the same source.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll take one of the snake meat steaks and some fruit on the side and just move it to my plate, but not eat it yet. So, and then kind of continue to converse with him about. So obviously you needed the filters. Was there some sort of water supply issue in your town?
So recently, the silver water came back, and the history books have told us that there are filters that can clean the water from, or the pollutants from the water. And miracle of miracles, you have you just happen to bring the very filters that we need. That cannot be a coincidence.
Okay.
He blames us for that. He's gonna kill us both unless we kill him first. Kill him. Sam, sandwich really loud.
So out of character, I would have no freaking clue that you were even there. So I don't even know. I mean, if I had any inkling, I would be putting meat on the plate and say, this reminds me of my favorite ham sandwich. Like over and over again, making references to ham sandwiches.
See, that's part of my plan. If I could discuss this, I was going to get nearby and then just basically shout out, ham sandwich, and then bang the metal wall, which I imagine would make quite a noise, basically as hard as I could, more or less just to give him a chance to do something, not knowing the situation he's in. And then I would enter the fray at that point, and then we would probably run.
Mm-hmm.
But that was what I had. I mean, we don't have no guns, we have no nothing, we don't even have our third party member.
So
where is he in lore, really quick? In character.
I think he's still circling the town.
Well, he was getting clothes? No, you
the other direction you were.
unlike you, he found clothes.
Oh, that's right. He did actually succeed at getting clothes, right?
Yeah.
Thing I had to go through.
He stopped off at the restaurant and got something to eat.
Of course he did.
Like you do.
I'm probably pretty hungry in character.
Considering you are now smelling the feast that's inside.
Yeah.
And this is a well-prepared feast, unlike the snake meat that you guys cooked before, that was seasoned.
What's salt?
Yeah, this smells amazing. And at this point, you can hear the conversation that has been going on.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Is there a window, an open thing?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. There's a window. I'm under it. Failing to stealth.
Yep.
And I get the feeling, I get the strange impression knowing that stealth is not my strong suit, because it isn't, never has been. I'm like, okay, I got a few seconds to decide what to do here. So I'm going to go ahead and basically, I'm going to do a slightly more subtle version of my previous plan. I'm going to be like, man, I sure could go for a ham sandwich right about now.
Do I hear that now?
I'll say yeah.
Okay.
What's the silverware situation on the table?
That's a good question.
Normal silverware that you would find in a restaurant, basically. Some of it is, none of it matches, but knife, fork, spoon. Some of it is stainless steel. Some of it looks silver. Some of it looks homemade.
Okay. So I want to look and see if I can find a relatively useful stainless steel serrated steak knife
Okay.
or equivalent.
Okay.
And when I hear that, does the boss man react?
That's a good question.
He's going to look out the window curiously, but he's not making any sudden moves or anything.
Okay. So
When you say look out, you mean like?
Yeah.
You mean like?
No. Just look over.
Okay. That changes my reaction very significantly.
Yeah, he's just looking over curiously. And what the hell? You know?
It's a ham sandwich.
So I take the knife and also grab a fork and reach over to the pork
Okay.
and grab some of that. But is there bread, or is it there's no bread? Or
Yeah, there'd be bread.
okay, I'm literally going to make a ham sandwich.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and I'm put the utensils down on the plate and say, "Sounds like one of your guards is kind of hungry. I'll be right back." Pick up the plate and start walking towards the door.
What I was expecting, but
Okay.
Guido is just 404. What?
So you're taking a plate of food out the front door. Okay.
Front door, which is nowhere near where I am.
I thought that's where the window is.
Front door is to the east on the street. Jonathan is on the south east-west road.
But is there a door semi close to the window where the noise came in from?
No, there's basically a door to the east and a door to the west.
I mean, you could try going out the window.
Yeah.
Like, not literally out, but like reach
That
out.
doesn't seem to be functional. All right.
Hey, run!
So I'm going to skip that idea and just continue, just have the ham sandwich on the plate and just start digging in and see where but knowing that he's around now.
You know, the best part is in character, I don't know if that's you because you didn't react.
No, I'm going to basically take a few bites. Like, he's right. It's been ages since I've had a ham sandwich.
Okay. Hearing that, there's in character, there's a moment of, okay, it's him.
Okay.
Okay. And then Third appears with a bazooka, and I'm like, oh, Third, that's exactly what I need.
Perfect.
Thank you. And I just ran out, I'm like, ah, Doc!
Suddenly reminded of what was Hot Shots with the chicken bazooka. No, the chicken arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so you have a couple of bites of a ham sandwich and say your line. Okay. So tell sorry. So tell me what happened up on the mountain?
Well, truth be told, at the top of the mountain, there was some ruins that we were picking through for supplies. And as it turns out, there were filters there, which is where we obtained those.
I remember hearing about the ruins up there. Never been there myself.
Yeah.
And you won't either.
And literally will never again.
Yeah.
I can guarantee that.
Yeah, that's atomized.
Yeah. We've fixed that problem, if you will.
We have. We did.
Yeah. Well, turns out we weren't the only ones there. Turns out that there were somebody living there, and they didn't take too kindly to us liberating the filters. And for reasons I'm not entirely clear about, they decided rather than to share what they had, they decided to rig the place to explode.
They decided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was their choice.
It was their choice to come at us, to force us to rig the place to explode. But it's all semantics.
There was someone living up there. Wow.
I wouldn't call that living, let me tell you. Whatever was there, I think had actually been swimming in the silver water.
Wow.
I do not recommend, because that was not pretty.
Yeah. I'm hearing all this in character.
Yeah.
It's important because I need to know which lie I'm adhering to. For sure.
I'm also going to mention at this point, Matthias.
Oh.
You are going to see a different roving group of the guards who is physically dragging a young woman who is kicking and screaming north, just like a block away.
Okay, before I engage in activities, how is anything she's saying coherent?
I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back.
Anyways, actually, I don't know if either of you know what that is.
Sounds familiar, but no.
It's a Star Wars code term for total eradication of all life, droids, assets, resources, and terrain.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So wipe them out, all of them.
Yeah, it's the glass it command for the
okay.
So I summoned my Star Destroyer that I have.
Okay.
Always in orbit.
It's
Always.
just there. You know, it's so useful.
I recommend it.
If I could segue for just a second, I've run several Star Wars games in my life, and it was actually really fun because several of my players at several points had a ship, and they started getting smart and leaving it up in orbit with someone on there that they could communicate with in order to do stuff from the ship in order to interact with the ground. It actually made things really neat because obviously they didn't have a Star Destroyer; they had like a little Corvette thing, but still they could be like
something to work with.
Exactly. It was actually a cool tool that they worked with. I like that. Anyways, also hello, Father Mersai. Welcome to Guido's D&D night. It's not D&D. It's actually Stars Without Number. Or Stars Without End.
Yes, it's the Other Dust system, which is the sister system to Stars Without Number, but we're using the Stars Without Number book.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I could never remember because
it's complicated.
So, having thought into my head, having taken a moment to daydream about dusting this place, I look at that situation. I'm like, okay, who is immediately adjacent to me? Like, I know there was a kid, but he was like back over there. So, am I basically alone right now?
Essentially, yeah.
I mean, obviously there's people passing on the street, but I am functionally alone right now, right?
Yes.
So that actually kind of sucks for once.
Where is...
Which direction is she being dragged? Like, I'm sorry, rewind. She's being dragged on the east-west street, right?
So they are dragging her from south to north, basically 2 blocks away.
Okay. God, I can still hear her. Over here. Final question before I decide: is anyone else reacting to this at all, or is this just a Tuesday?
They give me a notice roll.
You got it. But you said it wrong. You should say, fail me a notice roll.
It's true.
5. That's actually good for me. I rolled a 1. A 5 and a 1.
Wow. Okay. I was thinking I was going to give you a +1 anyway, so that's
Thanks.
yeah.
Hey.
The people that you can see are very noticeably avoiding looking at them.
Ooh, that's interesting. Very interesting. Okay. All right.
Yes. Damn it. There's a roll for terrible things that happen in warp drive for the Stars Without Number system.
Okay. That sounds like a Warhammer 40K thing. So what can happen to you in the warp?
Chaos, apparently.
Yeah,
Chaos.
pretty much.
lot of
Very
chaos.
many kinds of chaos. Yeah, okay. While you're looking that up, Guido, as much as I hate to do this, I can't abide this. So I'm going to go be an idiot.
Okay.
Rush over, like almost a full-on jog, beelining, okay?
Okay.
Now, I'm going to tell you my strategy in advance.
Yep, I'm waiting for it.
I'm going to pretend I'm from the boss. He's got new orders. She's got to go over this way now. I'll take her. Don't worry. This little slime ain't going to get away from me. That's the take. That's the tactic.
Okay.
Also, I've got it. So to give myself an edge, even though it probably doesn't matter, I'll be like, don't worry. She tries it and then fishy. I'll pull out the knife. And that's all. I'll just pull out the knife. But now the knife is in my hand, which will be important if he doesn't buy it. So, shall I roll my talk?
Yeah, go ahead and roll your talk. While you're doing that, so power spike, one system down until repaired. Ship stuck in transit for full base time before being able to make another navigation check.
Oh, God.
If the spike drive fails, treat it as if a 3 were rolled. A 3. Catastrophic dimensional energy incursion.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it's the warp.
Ship emerges around a star within 1d6 hexes of the target destination with all drive and all systems destroyed.
Oh, my God. That is basically death. It's arguably worse than death.
Yep.
So there's my talk roll.
That's not bad.
Okay.
Now, this is interesting. Hang on. One of those is a 1. I can automatically re-roll 1s on checks relating to negotiation and diplomacy.
Okay.
I don't remember how to roll a d6.
/R space 1d6.
Okay, so
11.
yeah,
Yep. Okay.
13 actually. Sorry, that the total of that is 13. That's almost the max I can roll, which is actually 14. So I got a 13.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm going to put on, like, I'm actually going to lose the accent I've been using, and I'm going to try to affect an accent, because I've been talking to people around here for a bit. I'm going to try and affect kind of a local, kind of a tint to my voice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I go all out, because I got a friggin' 13, right?
Right.
And I'm going to kind of hold myself really lazy-like I'm just a thug. You know, just someone following orders. Don't even know what the boss wants with her. Ain't my business.
When did Sally hire you?
Shoot. Well, since thankfully I already rolled a 13, I can make up anything 5 seconds ago. No. No, what I will go ahead and go with is let's go with it's just a couple days. You heard all the commotion on the mountain, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, everybody heard that.
I'm not sure. Pretty sure people who were dead heard that one. Jesus. But yeah, no. Right about that time, she decided to pick on a couple new people, and I was looking for work, and frankly, I don't really want to go into the mines, if you know what I mean. So,
Well,
I mean, can you blame me?
all right. Yeah. Go. I know. Yeah. Yeah, just make sure she gets to Sally, and
Don't worry, she ain't gonna give me no trouble. I put away the knife. I sheath it, you know. So
Yep.
don't worry, I don't think she's gonna give me no trouble.
Okay.
Come on, ma'am. And I grab her by the female weakness spot. Drag her off.
Okay. She is going to start bawling.
Calm down, man. Don't make me carry you. God. I'm gonna carry people, and but the town I just came from. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to roll lead. Or talk. I'll let you decide.
Right.
But either way, I'm trying to basically do that thing where you kind of just chat with someone in a very calm and normal tone to kind of get them to calm down. Something I've actually had to do in real life.
Roll to hog tie.
No.
Yeah, it's going to be a lead.
Train tracks.
That was going to be lead?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and toss that out. That is a 13.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, 1 second. That was my Discord voice call. I forgot I actually still had Discord up. That is my fault. Anyways, so I'm calm down, ma'am. I remember a time I had to go out and get some work detail. Right after my pappy died, it was pretty bad, but you kind of learn to man up a little bit. I was able to take care of the mom. That was nice. And I just sort of chat with her, trying to get her to relax a little bit and calm down. Here, you want to walk instead? I don't need to drag you none. I certainly don't want to carry. I mean, I could. You're a light little thing. But, if you want, I could go ahead and you can walk. It's all good. You want to walk, ma'am? I'm sorry. What's your name, ma'am?
Roll for random name.
Abigail.
Abigail. That's a nice name. Reminds me of someone I'm not going to mention right now. Yeah.
What?
It's one of the sub characters in Red Dead. But
okay.
That's why it's funny.
So Abigail, ma'am, if you want to walk, you want to walk here, go ahead. And I don't let go, but I definitely loosen the grip on her for a bit.
Okay.
Want to stand up, ma'am?
She's going to try and make a break for it.
Now, I know I figured that, but I'm immediately going to be like pull her back a little bit, like, ma'am, no, hang on. Calm down. It's okay. I rolled a 13. You can trust me. It's going to be all right. Come on.
13, man.
You don't understand. It's the secret to everything. Grab her I gently take her other hand and kind of help her up onto her feet. Like, come on, it's okay. And I'm gonna lean in close, and I'm like, how about we head over in this direction for a bit? And I kind of head her back towards the boss man's place. Like, it's okay. And just what I want you to do, ma'am, and I will give you no harm, no hurt if you don't make a scene. But I'd like to know who Sally is.
Look, I'm not that kind of girl. I don't want to work there.
Stop. Who is Sally?
How would she describe her? She's the bitch that owns the whorehouse.
Now.
So the madam.
Now that is kind of what I was suspecting, but I just wanted to make sure. I just kind of nod and I'm like, all right. And I say, do you know where? Oh shoot, I can't think of the name of the town. The town we came from before this.
Broke Tree. No.
Broke Tree.
Yep. You're in Digger Springs.
Right.
Okay.
Do you know where Broke Tree is, by chance?
It's somewhere to the south.
Now, there's actually a trail that leads there, and I start describing it to her because if you remember, I actually did a lot of reconnaissance on the connections between Broke Tree and Digger Springs. Remember that?
Yeah.
So I can give her at least vague directions on how to get there, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to be like, here's what I recommend, ma'am. I recommend you get the hell out of this town. I recommend you get down there. They're not looking for that kind of thing down there, so you're not going to have any issues with that. If you get a real job, something pays more better. But that's my recommendation. Do you think that sounds fine, Miss Abigail? I'll roll lead again.
No. I'm
I will drag you to that town.
You were coming to a better life. God damn you.
That's right.
But no,
So
if the way I'm saying it in real life isn't making it clear, I want there to be a legitimate authority to the
right. Yeah, I understand that. I'm just trying to figure out how she would respond to that, because you've basically just done a complete 180 from, and so there's shock that she's dealing with, and
Zelda.
It's dangerous to go alone.
You're just in the middle of town, and all of a sudden you just see what the heck? What did I find?
So yeah, I mean, she's definitely taken aback by your offer.
Now, if I see her hesitating too much, what I'm going to do is I'm going to like, ma'am, I know I just laid a lot on you. If it's not obvious, I don't actually work for Sally. I didn't even know who she was. I just saw a woman who was in trouble in the middle of the street, and I wanted to help. Now, I actually have some business in town, but I'd kind of like to leave in a right hurry myself. If you would like to wait around for us to leave with you, that's okay. That's up to you. I'm also not going to hold you to that. We might not even get out anytime soon. We have business here, and we need to conclude that before we leave. That's why I'm recommending you leave now. That's up to you, ma'am.
Did you let her arm go?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm not an idiot.
So she is basically looking around. You can tell there's panic in her expression. And I'm assuming you've just got her around the arm. You know,
the female weakness spot. You know what it is. It's in like every movie.
Yeah.
Oh no, help! I can't even grab her off my arm. But
yeah.
Helpless.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, she's looking at your grip on her arm. There's that look of panic. You're just gonna let me go?
I have no interest in you, ma'am, other than trying to help you. Like I said, I just saw a pretty girl on the street who was being ignored by everyone else in town. I gotta be honest, I don't really like this town all that much. And I want to let a little bit of my real anger seep out here, because my character legitimately is starting to hate this place. And if I might digress for a second, part of that's because my character, as I think I've told you, Guido, in person, never wanted to be in the Yakuza.
Right.
That was never a choice. And he resented it constantly. So seeing this kind of thing happening here, especially now that he's had time to process the whole 600-year gap, to see this crap still going on is like a level of personal offense here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
okay.
So I'm going to let a little bit of that seep out there before I put on my smile face again. It's like, now, I know you're panicked. I know you got a lot on your mind. I know this is all a lot to take in. If you aren't sure, we're probably going to have to keep up the charade a little bit longer, because obviously I don't want people to start freaking out and freaking out about the fact that I'm not doing what I just said I was going to do. I'd say probably within about a day, this Sally person's going to figure out that I'm fake, because obviously I've never even heard of this woman. We're going to have trouble.
So she will respond. If you're letting me go, I'll make a break for it again. Okay. But if they catch me, I'm dead.
Well, I suppose that would be your decision, not mine. Like I said, I might recommend, if you want to wait around a bit, we have a little bit of a team here, me and my friends. We might be able to provide you slightly more security for the exit, but I also can't promise anything, because right now I don't know where one of them is, and I'm still trying to rescue the other one.
We've got a solid plan.
Ham sandwich.
A solid plan. We are on this.
We just picture me as Dutch right about now. We need one more score.
I have to get to living.
God, I'm almost there without even really meaning to.
Get busy living or get busy dying.
Yep. So what's she gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, if if you are going to let her go, she's going to make a break for it.
All right, so here's what I'm like, ma'am, I can tell you just want to run. Let me go ahead and give you a little bit of advice from one professional to, well, I guess you're not a professional. Don't run. Walk. Here, watch. And then I'm going to, still holding on to her. I just walk, and I just want to be like super casual about it.
Okay.
No one's looking at me. There's nothing to look at. There's nothing to drag their attention towards me. Now, if you hear someone shout out, then you start to run. But you need to know when to walk, know when to run.
Also, probably a good idea to know when to hold them and
when to fold them.
Yes, is the
because laundry is a very serious problem in the modern society.
Yes.
But no, I do tell her, total sincerity in character, you need to know when to walk and you need to know when to run. This is a walk moment. Now, if someone spots you, you start to have issues, that's a run moment. Okay? Now, if I have to roll a separate lead to convince her of this, I'm more than willing to do that.
No.
Like, I imagine that I am projecting competence.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
I am speaking from tremendous experience.
What I need is
a Star Destroyer.
Always.
Oh, it's always useful. Like, can you picture a situation where Star Destroyer is not useful?
It crashes.
Really, any sort of weapons platform.
Yeah, really. Give me some Golan tees up there. I'm cool.
Let's see. That's what I need. Oh,
what'd you? 5. Oh God, she just full on panicked, didn't she? That's her mental save. Okay, whatever.
And snap.
So is she flailing now? Is she screaming? Because as much as I want to help this woman, I have done basically all that is in my power. I have no weapons, and I'm level 2.
Yeah, she's so panicked that you can tell the concept of not running is not sinking in.
Got it. All right. Oh, ma'am, I hope you don't get caught. And I will let her go and then make this big show of like falling over into the dirt.
Okay.
I imagine she takes off immediately.
Yeah, she's basically just gonna do the look around and just run south.
Yeah, not many people can rock the flat cap. I'm surprised at how good it looks on them.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
That's scary, by the way. But yeah, so she bolts, and I'm like, God damn it. And I'm actually pissed now. Like, I want this town to burn. So I'm gonna basically stomp over and be stupid.
Okay.
So if you want to interrupt, because I've been busy while he's eating.
Yeah. So what is Hank doing at this point?
Actually, slight question: did he hear the woman? Because she was audible and.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a notice roll.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Very well.
Average.
You could tell that there was a commotion. You heard yelling, but you couldn't actually make out words.
Okay. Are we just eating, or is he talking? Like, would I be walking away from a middle of a conversation?
Is he Bond villaining right now?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
He's monologuing.
Yeah. You must understand. Only people like me are the ones who can show this world its true face.
The crocodile face?
Yes, the whole world should be crocodiles just like me. That was actually the plot of Fantastic Four.
Which one?
The most recent one.
Oh, good. I can miss that one.
It's a terrible movie. Like a legitimately terrible movie.
Silver Surfer was the only good thing about any of the...
Yeah.
You're
not wrong.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Fading through the surfboard. That was cool. Anyway. So basically, he's just politely conversing with you, trying to get more information on the ruins and the explosion that occurred.
Mhm.
Basically, he's fishing for information. It's he.
Oh, yep. There we go. See, now you look terrifying when you wear those.
Mine are out my car, so
He's not malicious. Isn't the right word. He's not maliciously fishing for information.
You're gonna tell me, or I'm gonna rip out your eyes. But he's very polite about it.
Right.
It'll be a very unpleasant, but your eyeballs will be removed with a rusty steak knife.
right, of course.
What's the plot of this story? Roughly.
But yeah, I mean, he's trying to actually. I want one more roll.
Don't roll badly.
Give me a lead roll.
Ooh, what's your lead at?
-1.
Okay, that's not bad.
What's the skill?
Charisma. Wow, well done. Okay.
Okay.
So, kind of forgot where I was going with that. So he's fishing for information, trying to get more details of what you were doing up there, what kind of ruins they were. Now aware that the entire area has been demolished, he's somewhat less interested because he can't send an exploring party up there to recover more scrap.
Right.
But he's definitely trying to get more information from you of what you were doing up there, who you were with, and that kind of stuff.
Okay. So I don't go beyond the basics of what we were doing up there, and as far as who I was with, his guards have already informed him that I was with 2 other people, so there's no reason to make anything up for that. So I'll corroborate that.
Okay.
But I'm going to leave out any sort of connection to Broken Tree or that we'd ever been there.
Okay. Okay. He's also trying to gauge your interest in becoming one of the, I'll say, the town's guards. If you are actually interested in doing that, or...
Okay. While we're talking about that, is that when the disturbance happens?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically not giving away any sort of too much information about like my standpoint on that. When the disturbance happens, I kind of turn to him and say, I'm sorry, did you hear that? I'm gonna go check on that here real quick. And if he gives me a weird look as I'm walking out, I would explain I wouldn't be much of a town guard if I didn't actually check on something like this.
So are you leaving, or are you just going over to like the window?
Well, I would have to go to the window to see it, right? At least.
If you go to the window, you can look out on that east-west street, and you'd be able to see. Well, how far down would you be able to see? No, you wouldn't be able to see far enough down the road to actually see Jonathan with the individual.
Okay. But I would hear which direction it was from.
Yeah, it was definitely coming from the west.
Okay.
Not that I want to retcon anything, but as an aside, I was leading her in the direction of the window.
Right, but he's basically going to the window as the commotion is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you are making your way to the commotion. That's when he's hearing it. So catching up.
He might not even recognize me. It just occurred to me.
True.
So then, not being able to see anything, I'll then turn in and start going to the door.
Okay. I'm assuming you're heading to the front door on the east side, the way you came in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He'll basically shrug his shoulders, and when the doors open, those 3 guards are still there. They're going to look back at Ben and then look at you. Are you doing anything? I mean, indicating, saying anything?
I'll just say, heard a commotion outside. It's coming to check it out.
They look back to Ben. Go with him. And so, yeah, they'll not so much escorting you, but keeping an eye on you.
Okay.
They're escorting you.
Yes.
And yeah, so you make your way
around the building,
around to that east-west road on the south, and you can see basically 2 blocks down, there's another group of people that look like the guards, and someone with a dress and long hair, and someone else in overalls, fairly dirty.
And and it looks like they're having some sort of disagreement.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to roll up on the disagreement from a distance.
Okay.
And as I get closer, see what I can discern.
So as you get closer, you'll be able to identify Jonathan. He's changed clothes. And he
Changed
is
clothes, name, and accent, actually. That's how you know it's me. I'm nothing like the last time you saw me.
Full character wipe.
Yep.
The only thing that's familiar is his face, which is covered in dirt.
Yep.
Perfect.
And then he is leading a young woman by the arm away from the other group of guards.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, she was never really struggling against me, right?
At first she was, and then you were talking to her, which calmed her down.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I mean, obviously I do still have her arm, but it's not like I'm walking down the street like this.
No.
It's important for what he's seeing right now.
Yeah.
So basically I'm going to follow at a distance, and then once they have their exchange and he falls down and she bolts, I'm going to run up to him and I'm going to help him up or find out what's going on from him.